Hi YouTube, it's Marta with Fun in Third. If you are new to my channel, I am a third grade math and science teacher in Houston, Texas. And in the fall 2020-2021, I will be an English language arts teacher. So I've gotten a couple of questions from subscribers regarding my doctoral and EDD program. So I wanted to start a series. This is the perfect time to elaborate on what I'm going through in that program, and I wanted to start a series called Becoming Dr. P. So of course my last name is Picker, so that's where the Dr. P comes from. So on this first series, I want to talk about the program that I'm in, and the program that I'm in is an EDD program. And so there's a difference between an EDD and a PhD. So an EDD is a doctoral in education, and a PhD is a doctoral in philosophy. So you may be saying, well, how do I know which one is right for me? In different institutions, everybody has their own perspective, but a lot of times people may consider EDD to not be as considerable as a PhD. But another thing is, a lot of times people with EDDs have some type of connection to K through 12, which means they're a teacher, they're a principal, maybe they're doing higher learning, an institution of higher education. So you may be wondering, well, what should I do? Should I do an EDD or should I do a PhD? Well, that depends on your goals. What are you trying to do with the degree? So it's a lot of times it's easier if you know someone that is in a position that you're in, then check out and see what degree do they have. So if you're looking to be a college professor, ask around to see what degree does the professor have. Do they have EDDs or do they have PhDs? Either way can kind of use that to make your determination as to which route you are wanting to go. I am in an EDD program, and I want to share what it took for me to go through the application process. So I have a few notes here so that I don't forget anything. So the application process, it is a lengthy process. So I will advise, if you are considering an EDD program, to make sure that you start as soon as possible. The first thing that you want to do is research. And the reason why is because if you don't research, there are some programs out there where your credential will not be worth anything, especially if it's just one of those online ones. So you want to make sure whatever EDD program you're considering, make sure that it is from a reputable institution. So that means an institution where there are professors that go into an office, where there are classes offered. So you definitely want to make sure that you're, especially with an EDD, that you are getting it from an institution where the reputation of the institution supersedes anything else. So that was one of the things that I considered when making the choice as to which route I was gonna go. I decided that an EDD was best for me and my career and professional goals, so that's the route I went. So the process, I had to do the actual application, and then I had to forward all of my transcripts to the university and make sure those were received. And then there's also a GRE examination. So if you haven't taken a GRE in the last 5 years, then you'll need to take the GRE. And that's something that you may have to have a prep course or tutorial classes for. It is a 4-hour exam, so you want to prepare for it and not just run in and do it. You will have to have letters of recommendation. I was only required to have 3 letters of recommendation, but I ended up having 4. With letters of recommendations, what I would suggest is however many you need, I always ask 1 or 2 extra people, because sometimes people don't come through. And how I ended up getting an extra one was there was someone who I was thinking not going to meet the deadline, but I had asked an extra person so that I can make sure that I had all of the letters that I needed before the deadline, and I ended up having more. So in addition to that, one of the recommendation letters from my university had to come from a prior professor. So I had to contact a professor from my graduate program, from my master's program, and ask them to give me a recommendation. So after your recommendation, you also will have to do a written personal statement. And a personal statement, if you're not familiar or if you haven't been through a graduate program yet, is just basically you telling your story, telling how the institution's program will help you, what your goals are, and then how the institution's program will help you to achieve your goals. Also, I would say, especially with a doctoral program, they are looking for leadership and leadership abilities. They want to see a clear demonstration of leadership positions that you have held at your place of employment. The next thing will be the interview. And so the interview process will be between yourself and the professors of the institution, and it may be a dean of instruction present as well. You can choose to either go to the university in person, or you could do it virtually, which is what I did. I decided to do mine virtually, and so that is how I did my interview. Then after that is the long waiting process, because it was long. I mean, it was so long that I thought I did not get into my institution. So by the time I was a nervous wreck, and I just, you know, I didn't really think about it until I received an email saying that, from my advisor, saying that she had some news for me regarding my admission. And then I was like, you know what? I hadn't heard from them. It has been a long time. And then of course it was like 2 or 3 days before my appointment for her to talk to me. And so that's when I started to worry. And I was like, you know, it has been a long time. I must didn't get in. So anyway, I ended up just saying, you know what, God, the decision has already been made and determined before that lady sent me an email. So I just couldn't worry about it, and I just let it go. And it turned out that I did get in. So I am in week 3, and the type of program that I am in is called a cohort. And what a cohort is, what it means is that the institution will stop admission at a specific number of people, and all of you in that specific cohort, if you guys are under the same type of program, you guys will go through the process together, and you will take the same type of classes. And what it also means is that the institution and the professors will support you through the entire process. So another cohort may not come in until after everyone in your existing cohort will graduate. So that is the type of program I am in. I have learned to appreciate that, because there's a lot of support. We are able to communicate on a weekly basis, and then there's a lot of group work that where you'll be working with partners, and that is really exciting, because you have people where you are all going through it together, because it's a lot of work. I'm in week 3, and I just decided to take a brain break and come out here to the park. You can kind of see, look around. I'm in the park in my neighborhood because I just needed a break. And so I think that when I shoot the rest of the series, I'm gonna find some type of nice park or nice scenery, so that I can just come out and relax for a few minutes and debrief, and just kind of have avenue to talk, or even a vent session if I need that. That is basically it for this episode, for kind of the application process, what I went through in order to get into my program. If you have any questions that I did not answer, I will be happy to answer them. So you can just leave them in the comment section below, and I will be happy to answer any further questions that you may have. In addition to that, if you have learned anything, I would appreciate your consideration of liking the video and subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell so that you are aware of my next incoming video. So now I am about to get up out of here because I feel like I'm getting ate up. I don't know if it's mosquitoes or ants, but I got to go. Next time I'm gonna wear some off. So until the next time, I will see you guys later. Please look forward to my haul video from the classroom. I do have a shop video coming up because there is a piece of furniture that I have seen in the store that I really like, that I have told my husband about, that he don't know that he's gonna have to go get for me for my classroom. What else do I have coming up? Lots and lots of videos coming up, guys. So just stay tuned. I would appreciate you liking and subscribing. Until the next time, see you later. Bye.